Welcome back to some more War on the Sea, Pacific Theater Mod with part 185. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to have another good game, hopefully. I expect to see a bunch of oilers be sunk, and I expect to see a bunch of aircraft be shot down, but I do not expect to see any more carriers being sunk on our side. We are far in the lead of this. There's no reason, if I put so many aircraft over cap over a fleet, that they would be hit by, a dive bomber. It should never happen. We should be able to see them well in advance of being attacked. But what do we have to think about here in this game today? In this game today, we have taken over Cebu. We now see that we have Corsairs over here, which is pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of the Corsair. It's one of my favorite planes of the war. I just think it looks cool. This base is kind of strange because of the dual Catalinas. I don't know if there's something different about them. I don't think there is. They seem to be the same aircraft, so we have 7 of them. Okay. If there was some type of... Maybe this is why the enemy can launch up so many aircraft at once, because before they had maybe a higher level airfield and 2 of the same, so that we, Manila, for example, we've been seeing a lot of those dive bombers. 36, I think, was the last count. So, just to look, this is a level 5 airfield. So if we had a level 5 airfield at Cebu, and let's say both these columns, or maybe even 3 columns, were dive bombers, I could see having 12, 12, and 12. That's 36. It's funny that this is the first base that I've noticed that kind of scenario. Let's go to Palembang. Yeah, we got a British fighter, a British attacker, and a British bomber. I think it's an American bomber, but or Dutch. I don't know. But if we go to like our American side and we come over here. Okay, fine. How about over here? Midway, the main base of Midway, level 5. So we have useless aircraft. I say useless because of the distance they can go. They can barely reach Wake. They can never attack any. I can't attack Iwo. If they took over Wake, we could probably do something. If there was enemy in this area, we could probably do something. But I've never seen any enemy in this area. And combined, if we send up the B-17s with ammunition, bombs, we can't launch any of the other aircraft. So that means attacking with 9 aircraft. So here we have, let's look at the 36 from Manila scenario, where if we had 12, 12, and 12, and send them all out with bombs, I don't know how we do that. They can do it, but we can't. I don't see the comparison. We sent up 12 Dauntlesses with AP bombs. Remember, they had those 800 kilogram bombs, which is more, I think it's a 1600 equivalent. But they send up like 36, we've seen, from Manila. But we can send up 12, max. If we were able to send out Avengers, which we aren't, what can we put on them? Well, we can put on that one 1600 AP bomb, but they don't dive bomb, they level bomb. So they can't be as effective as the Japanese aircraft. And then B-17s, what can they carry? Well, I think the most, it'd probably be these 4 1,600-pound bombs. that can only go 848 nautical miles, which is one way in theory. Or no, it would be half of that is what they could do. Which from here, you know, that's 1,000. That doesn't reach us anything. So what they can do and what we can do are totally different things. That's why we lose aircraft carriers. Okay, let's just carry on and let's get this taken care of. Hopefully we can solve the problem. Let's just roll the dice a little bit, shall we? See what happens over here. Okay, it looks like we have a kingfisher that has found a... yeah, it says they're 4, but I don't think so. Let's pee it like we normally do. We are going to ignore because we don't want you to participate in that. Mariners, you have bombs on you, and you have time. How about you go over there and let's take care of that. Liberator, is it just one of you? I want to keep you doing that. What do we got over at Guam that we can use? We send you guys out. Let's put some stuff over there. Before we do that, I want to do something that I saw over here that I don't think I avenged. So Davo, we had sent over from here to drop off some stuff. So let's unload. Right? And we're going to send you back to Davo because your purpose in life is supposed to be protecting Davo. And we'd like you to keep doing that because the last thing we want is a landing of enemy troops on a base we took over. What does that do to you? Just a little bit. I think we can take from here and let's use you. And we want to even out a little bit here. So, okay. So you got troops, you got supplies, you got troops, you got supplies. Troops. Good enough. Okay, let's go over and drop these guys off. Who else can we send? Cebu, you're gonna stay right where you are. Sub 2. And again, this is to just quickly take this base. I think that's enough. And let's get you over here too. Yeah, you're not sub Davo anymore. I don't think Davo needs to be anything but... Yeah, you go back over there and grab some of these guys. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's take care of this business over here. So what direction is this supply group going? Which is, again, it says it's 2 MSs and 1 AO. Well, that adds to 3. It says that there's 4. My guess is there's probably 1. But let's take a look and see. What direction are you heading? You're heading south? So you remove that, and Mariners, I want you to head south. I want you to head this way. Yep, we don't like these guys escaping. Let's see if we can find them. Looks like they're heading east now. So Mariners, you got a lot of time. We can wait. Let's get these guys. Let's have them come here. Havocs, you need to go here. Let's see if we can combine these 2 groups to attack at the same time. Which would be kind of nice if they... Alright, so... Yep, you're being difficult. And that's fine. We're going to have you go this way. And Mariners, you're going to go right here as well. And let them come to us. Maybe we both move in. So let's get this going. And tactical. So we have a whole bunch of aircraft. If there are 6 aircraft in the area, let's see what we can do. 2, 3. So, what's the proper way to go in about bombing? Well, I'll tell you. We have 6 A-20s with a big old bomb. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these guys break. I'm going to group them in groups of 2s. I want these guys to be Vic, form up. I want you on the deck. You can do the same. And what do we got? 6 here. So we're going to break these guys up as well. And I want these guys to be in a similar formation. Now what do we got here? We have a simple MS. So let's tag you in. See if they can spot them first. We gotta turn these guys because they're gonna approach too closely. So we have our bombers in. Let's do this real quick. I don't think it will matter, but I'm going to assign everybody a ship. You're going to get this one. You're going to get this one. And you're going to get this one. So let's go identify the ships. Is this necessary? No, it's not. Okay, so this guy, how do we do it? You have to tag it pink first. Use your T key, select. and then you come in and you do the searchy button, this guy. You select a country to narrow it down. This is looking at their aircraft. You click it and it shows their ships. This is a supply ship. MS is the category. And then you use your arrow keys to find the ship. Now I know it's this way. It should stand out pretty easily, and there it is. Reference the color of the ship, size, where is the deck house or bridge, look at the funnel, and then you hit this button. This is a check to classify. Tells you the name of the ship. Okay, we're going to select a different aircraft group and then highlight T, click, and hey, guess what? It's the same ship. And we're going to select the last one. And this is a different center stack. And then for these ships, it's always easier to look at the cargo configuration containers, the white squares. So we have a small, big, small, big. So it gives you a top view and a side view. That's what those two represent. See how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all the same size. That's not it. Short stack as well. We're looking for a guy that looks like this from the top. You see these are all the same size. It's kind of appears to be the same ship, but it's not. There's a couple things that are different. Stack looks the same, just a little bit different. So we keep looking. 3 stack, rear stack. Okay, so that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Here we have small, large, small, large. Small, large, small, large. So that's what she is. That's her classification. So let's tag that. So now we have the classifications of all 3 ships. Say, well, why do we waste our time doing that? Well, in theory, the ships want to know who they're attacking, or the aircraft want to know they should know who they're attacking, right? So let's see if that comes to any fruition, benefit to the attack mode. So here's the thing. I'm not really overly concerned with these guys. So we're going to just send them in. And we've already selected #1 group here, Mariners. And they'll be represented by being highlighted in yellow and green. 1 being the lead, 2 being the partner, if you will. And if we hit this attack button, he'll go after who we already assigned him, which is #1. And they just go. #2 is going after the #2 ship. It's attack. #3 is going after the #3 ship. Attack. So now we can just sit and watch. The other thing is we have these on the other side. What do we want to do with these guys? Well, they're attackers and they got a big 1,600-pound bomb in them. So maybe we send them in. I will, but we'll wait a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these guys go in a spin. Have these guys go in a spin. I'm just having them to right. Now when these guys start to make their turn to attack, as soon as they're facing the ships in a better manner, I'll send these guys in as well. So it's timing, the distance between the targets and the attackers. I'm going to send in these guys in now. And I'm going to send in these guys now. And I'm going to send in these guys now. And then we're going to sit back over here and we're going to watch and see how well we do. You know, these 2 attackers per ship, they may do the job. I'd call that a pretty successful attack. Now we have the bombers coming in and see how well they do. And they're dropping nasty on these guys. See how many hit. That's a miss. That's a hit. That's a good one. Now for a blind hit attack, I'm okay with that. So last thing to remember is you want to form these guys up, and you want to speed them up and have them do something to adjust. Same with the attackers. Want to form them up and have them go somewhere. So how do we know if we were successful in this attack? Well, there's 2 down. This is our last guy who seems to be looking to be a submarine soon. That's how that works. So, here's the thing. You going 10 knots with your prop out of the water like that? Are you kidding? And, well, he's got more than one prop. No, he doesn't. He has one prop and one only. And that prop is half out of the water. 10 knots would be impossible. So, number one, if you wanted to check the results, you go to report. He's critical heavy. He's going to burn. I'm not going to worry about him anymore. But the A20s, we are going to actually keep in the area. So I'm going to have them circle. I'm having a problem with one of my keys here. I have a broken... I think I do. Well, that sucks. My A key is snapped. I don't know how that happened. So we're gonna let these guys go through their turn, and mariners will go home. These guys will stay in the area, and if this guy fails to burn down, we'll have to attack him. I got this Corsair keyboard, and my A key is snapped. I wonder if that happened when we lost our carrier. I don't recall hitting the keyboard, but must have hit it with my wrist or something by mistake. So here's the thing, that if you're sick and tired of waiting and this guy doesn't seem to want to sink, you can always lower your speed down to like that. Have these guys line up in line ahead. Have them go to the deck, and then send them in to do some boom boom. So these guys are lining up. They have forward facing guns, so they're attackers and they can shoot their 50s pretty well. I'm gonna get them on the deck here, and then we're going to go in and finish this guy off because he's just taking too long. I'm not too fearful of these guys. Of this ship, as damaged as it is. Get these guys all lined up. Let's go from back here. Make sure everybody's got the target in question. Let's watch it from this angle. So these guys are all just going to come in and do a little daisy chain on this guy. So I've never had this really happen before, but with my keyboard, what do you suggest I do? It's the actual key itself, not the keyboard, the cap. Yeah, you can try. Really? Really? So, that's a thing in the game that we just witnessed, and that was the group of aircraft that were in a group of Havocs. The lead was the number one to go and attack, and they were all assigned to lead. And when I hit attack, they broke. Kind of like if I said attack, see how they all break like this? And when the number one went in, and they were all in the same position to attack, and as soon as number one started shooting and the ship sunk, none of these guys knew what to do. So they stayed at their level, and they just decided to run right into the back of this ship. Normally, when a ship sinks in that scenario, I notice they raise, they go up. We notice that this guy is at altitude now. After his mission was complete, he just started climbing, and his standard climbing is 6920. But the other guys didn't do that, and they all just blindly flew into the back of that sunken ship, which is frustrating because we've seen that scenario with our fighters and our carriers. After the engagement, you find that after they went after torpedo planes, all our fighters are at low level, where they risk crashing into the carrier. Well, you lose those planes, and the only way to get the planes back is to release and repair. So you have to really be aware of that. I didn't plan this. That was just a situation I haven't seen in a long time. So that's unfortunate. Now, the only benefit is that they are land-based aircraft, and we'll get them back. But right now, Guam will have one Havoc instead of 6. So that's a bad scenario. But nothing we can do about it. Just got to be aware. Stay on top. I'm talking a lot, so that's kind of what happens. What are you doing? You're Port Moresby, and you're looking to pick up, right? Let's see if we got anything for you to pick up. Yeah, you got some. Yeah, you got no fuel. We can pick up fuel on the way. Pompey's got 912 fuel, so we can stop by on the way back. So let's manage cargo. So we can take some engineering, because we always use that. With these Type C3 SA1s, which is fine, we go lower troops than supplies, so you always want more supplies when you're moving. So 810, 1260. I like that ratio. It's not really heavy on the invasion if you want a lot of troops somewhere. So these destroyers, you know, you got to be aware. It's all about the same, so we take 200 supplies and 150 troops. So let's do that and that. And these guys are done. We'll go pick up some fuel here. Midway's going in to pick up. Do we got anything for them to pick up when they get there? Not really, no. Okay. Cebu, still struggling. We should be able to take this base fine. I'm not too worried about it. We have a Cebu Defense Force here. You guys are now the Cebu Defense Force, not the Invasion Force. So you guys are going to stay. Actually going to unload you. Drop your shock troops on that base, and you're going to stay. Everybody else is coming this way. Del Monte. Yeah, I think we need to probably go over here in Davao and pick up some of this stuff. So let's send you guys. I think we're gonna leave Sarong, or no, not Sarong. You go. We're gonna leave Pelu. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, it's nighttime. So that's gonna leave us with Cebu Defense and Pelu 3 to stay here. So let's these guys take off. They're gonna stick together, and let's let these guys get a little further away. Don't like the separation they did there. So again, these two will hang until Cebu is taken over. And as this one here is taken over, the ship has to go back and release and repair. Let's unload. I'm okay with that. And Pelu, you can unload as well. So now we should be really taking over this location. Let's see what we got at Del Monte. Yeah, that's better. This one seems to almost be harder than this one without the airfield. We bombarded this earlier in the game. Okay. So Donk's Devils haven't found anything really, so we're going to move them again. And by move, I mean you're going to go right here. And by screen, yeah, we're going to stay in something like this. I'm okay with it. It's just spread out. Yeah, you guys do your thing. And they're going to go take over this harassment. Now, the thing is that we want to try and get Surkov to use her 8-inch shells. We may branch off some of these guys, depending on how well they do. let's move it. What do we got going on over here? Halibut's finally here for rearm. You got to keep track of all this stuff. So you're rearmed. Where are we going to send you, Mr. Halibut? How about over here in Brunei? Let's go play over here, shall we? Yep, you guys go play over there and see if you can make a name for yourself. Hornet. So we did this to get you out of here because we have something coming your way, and that is Task Force 133, which includes the Intrepid, which is the replacement for the Hornet that we lost. And then all these guys are going to be spread around. Wilkes Barre is going to be yeah, which one of you guys? No, this one. Over here. I can't remember which one it was. That one. Tucson. Yeah. That's probably overkill though. Maybe we'll throw in one of these small destroyer escorts with the hedgehogs. But that's for later. Let's get the ball rolling. So 5 o'clock in the morning, air operations are available. Find it sometimes when we do that, it turns into a repeater day. Still don't have supplies here. We can load you up with whatever we got, so let's do that. Of course you're not close enough. Yeah, the numbers don't show up over here if you're not close enough to this base. And as you see, we are just barely off. Of course, Port Moresby's having issues. Really? Really? That's annoying as all heck. Alright, let's see what we got. I'm gonna send in you guys with torpedoes. So, remember how we had like defense forces down here? And we sent them off into other places because this is a safe area. The game decided, no, it's not a safe area. It's an area for beware. And we have to protect this base. This one's not that important. Port Moresby and Milne Bay are part of our requirements. We must maintain control of Port Moresby and Milne Bay. If we lost control, technically I think that would be a loss. I think we would lose. So we're gonna go all out crazy on this guy, and I'm gonna put some cruiser bombs on you and send all 9 of you, because how dare you? We've won this war. Why are you after us? Bullfighters, we're going to send you with torpedoes as well. And if you aren't here because we sunk you sooner than that, that's fine. I'm okay with it. But now you're going to have a wake-up call, my friend. Alright, Lightnings, let's show them who's boss. So it looks like we have another supply group of ships. I'm not even going to bother playing. We're going to go 3 on each ship. So let's, if we lose some ships, I'm okay with that. Let's form everybody up. And we want you in a Vic. So I want you to go this way on the deck. I want you to go this way on the deck. And I want you to go this way on the deck. Let's get everybody in their positions. And once they're there, we will send them after a target. So number 1, I'm going to send you after this guy. We're just going to marry up 1 with 1, and so on. So let's go. Number 2 is going after number 2. Number 3 is going after number 3. So once we're in a pretty good location for this, we send them into spin. You're not in a good location. You're in a good location. Man, that bothers me. I broke that key because I touch it so often. I think I just pressed on the keys too hard. I didn't know my keyboard was that fragile. All right, let's just do this. And we're going to sit and watch from here as these aircraft come in. And hopefully don't crash into any ships, please. Basically 3,000 pounds of bombs. So these skips, you see the bombs skipping over. Yeah, they seem to miss, but I think we're doing pretty good. Let's see what the results were. Now we want all these guys to form up and stay in the area. So have you guys circle there. See how they automatically rose to 4920? Or they're getting there anyways. So let's see what kind of results we have. Looks like 1 is down already, so there's 2 remaining. Let's see what the report says on them. So 1 is moderate, probably not going to sink. 2 maybe not either. So what could we do here? Oh, we can see if they burn down. That's one thing we can do. Advance time and watch if they burn. So when the fires go out, that means that the damage control has done their job. Excessive smoke means that the fires are not out, but below decks. So this guy still has a chance to burn down. So we'll let him go until he does his thing. This guy over here is running, and he's trying to avoid because our aircraft are above. So this guy's smoke is gone besides the stack, which is fine. But we're going to do this. We're going to say break and U5. You guys slow it down, attack, and you guys slow it down and attack. So that was a pretty garbage attack because of the speed. The speed means a lot when attacking. These guys over here. So let's go back to these guys. See that they advanced up to 340. We're going to have them form up. And I want them down to 175. These guys are going in for attack, and they're a little bit slower. That's what we want to see on an attack. Not the greatest aim. So he's toast. So because these guys are doing their thing, we're going to add these guys in. Form up. So this guy's lit again. And he's rocking and rolling too. What's our sea state? 5. It only goes up to 6, and there's really not a great impact on the game at this level. This is really my first, I know you probably can all guess, this is really my first playthrough of a series. I have videos of games I played before, and as well as some other random stuff on my channel, which is something I felt like doing at the time, and yeah, don't feel like doing anymore. Some of those other videos, but that's fine. Yeah, this guy's probably toast after that. Heavy moderate. Let's go in again. Let's check these guys' speed. Let's target the target. We're at 175. And these guys are coming in at, because there's so many aircraft, Vic spaces, you know, was it 6 low and 3 high? So what we're going to do is, once everybody's in a position, we're going to hit the attack button. But then we're going to hit form up. So we go down the roll, we see they should be following. trying to prevent what happened last time from happening again. So I'm doing this. Really? I'm gonna say one of his buddies shot him down, not the ship. But yeah, that guy's done. Sometimes you can't avoid losses. Let's get out of here. So we lost 1 aircraft, 3 command points, 1 point per each sunk ship, and these guys can RTB. Now, you're going home. Beauforts, I want you to course up this way, and kind of want you to continue to do that. Something like that. So we can keep this on point. We want them to maintain this block. Do that in perpetuity. Maybe. And we need to get these defense forces back. What's a good way to do that? You're waiting for supplies, aren't you? Let's try and do this. We're gonna do a Milne Bay Defense Force. Before we do that, let's check real quick. Okay, so we don't have any defense forces assigned to Port Moresby or Milne Bay, which we need to. So let's do that. And the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to go a little crazy here. And we're going to utilize, we've got a whole bunch of these guys. They shouldn't have any troubles fighting off supply ships. So we're going to send out a fleet of these guys. So we're going to say 6. No, they're not available. These guys. 6 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice even number for 3 column, which gives us a nice that. And we're going to say done. And you guys are... that's not spelling. Spelling's the thing. That's my A key. That's why it doesn't... And E. Okay, we can do that. Milne Bay Defense Force. And with that, we're going to send you with some supplies, I guess. So what can you carry? 70 supplies? Sure. Yep. And we're just going to have you come down here. And you're going to sit and be merry with all your friends. And just keep doing what you do. And we're going to put you at 750 as well. No reason for air cover, really. Good enough. Wake Island. We want some... Not Wake Island. Midway. Let's send you a group as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you guys are done. And let's give you Port Moresby. And what can we give you while we're here? We give you some supplies. Can we? Without making it too painful? What do we got down here anyway? We're pretty good on supplies, but hey, let's make it worth our while. Why don't we? And it's Thanksgiving. What is it? April? So yeah, April's kind of a crappy month for holidays, I guess. So I don't know. Some of you probably have a holiday in April that you're offended that I said that, but for me, holidays are for family and that kind of thing. For me, holidays aren't really that big of a deal. So that's when you're old and bitter, I guess, that you have those feelings. So, and you be at 750 as well. Do your thing, my friends. So that's how we're going to solve that mystery from popping up again. How's this Del Monte doing? Are we getting any better? We should be. And we will go a level 1 here just because, but we're not going to worry about going more than that. Halibut is going out. Hornet, you're waiting for this guy, which is going to take forever to get there, but it is what it is. Could probably use the defense force over here, seeing that our Davo defense force is preoccupied over here now. Unload your stuff. So you're basically done. Let's get you out of here, and we're gonna go poke around here a little bit and see if we can find anything. That's good. What are you doing? Supply Davo. You guys kind of want to be reallocated to something else. Maybe we could make a run over here to finish this off, or maybe we need one more run over here. Let's go this way. Make sure we don't have anything. Manage cargo. Yeah, there's an awful lot of troops here we don't need to have on this base. So just as before, and it's going to put us in balance unless we do that, and then we should be back on page again. Still within balance. I like it. Let's send you back to Cebu. Because we want this base to go up probably level 3 because of the Corsairs, if not to a 5. I like that. Sounds nice. See if we can get through this day. Max speed. So we got our weekly command points, 139. It should be resupply over here. It is, which is good. So we're going to finish up midway with just loading up everything we can on this guy. Just even Steven, that's what we want to do. I'm okay with taking all the troops off of these guys. So if we go, I'm okay with this. I really am. We have more than enough supplies in this group, so I'm not worried about it being, this guy's got 150 and this guy's got 100. I don't think it matters that much. And back to Wake Island. We should probably think maybe about bypassing Wake and maybe going to Saipan. But I like the idea of this being strictly to Midway. We have a Saipan supply. Yeah, you've been sitting there for a while probably. Let's unload. Balanced, I like it. Make sure everybody's empty. And again, your rearming location is Wake, so we send you to Wake. Again, we're building up Saipan to go to Iwo. Guam may be a support factor in that. Is there a yeah, your supply Guam. And we need to probably flesh you out with some more. Let's see what you got here. We have 2 destroyers, so you probably need there's 3 destroyers. So let's say 1, 2, that's a group. 1, 2, that would be another group. Yeah, so 3 more C3s would flesh this guy out where it should be. So we're gonna do that now as well, and we're gonna send them to Wake. So we're just sending C3s. One, 2, 3. And because you're doing a thing, we're going to say you are the Guam, Sup Guam, RR, that's replenishment, I guess. Let's see if we can load you up with something. How about we manage cargo first? And what can we put on you? Well, we can do this, and sure. And we're going to course you to Wake Island, because that's where you're going to meet your supply group when they're done dropping off. When these guys get done dropping off at Guam, they're going to go to Wake, and then they'll meet up with those supply ships. You have to remember that that's happening. So let's see if we can speed it up again. These guys are still checking the spots. We're going to go to the morning, and I think we're going to call this video and let this one, we'll wait for the next engagement. Let's make sure everybody's unloaded. I think we had some parts moving around. Not you. Yeah, you guys unload. So Davos got way more than it needs. So let's get you out of here and back to spot. What's that, Davo? What's up, Pelu? You were thinking to do the same thing, so you're going to manage cargo. One of you guys had troops, right? Yeah, so we need to put... no, we're just going to let you do your thing like that. How about we do this? That's good enough. And we're going to send you up to... Cebu. Let's make sure everybody up here is unloaded. Don't recall. You're good. I believe you unloaded earlier. You did. And that's it. Okay. Everybody here unloaded? Yeah? Yeah? So, Tawi, I need you guys to go, and we are going to send you to Port Moresby. Because we need that ship repaired. The Tucson, we need sent out. So Tucson is a destroyer. What do we got for replacements? Are you the Tucson? Rigs. Lots of these boys. Again, we talked about this before. I wish they showed how much ammo they have. We're gonna go with the Porter. Oh, they're all out. Okay, so the hands are all out. Gridleys are all out. Jarvis is one left. Let's do that. Let's give him some buddies. Samson. 3 of these guys. And that's good enough. Let's do 23. These are slow. Let's go crazy. Let's do some stuff. It's funny that the earliest, the Omaha class cruiser, 35 knots. The newest, 33.5. Bigger ship, Cleveland, 33. Now we're just spending when we don't need to. Let's load you up with some stuff. And we're going to send you to Port Moresby. So we have from this group here, these Port Defense boys, and we have a chaser, Task Force 106, both going to the same location. Let's keep an eye and see how fast they both move. And with that, let's take a look at Port Moresby's defense group here. And I'm up from here. And we're gonna let these guys send us off into the abyss with this video. So this is Greenwater, I guess. Greenwater coastal defense ship, sub defense purpose, newer variant of class of destroyer, escort, I think. And yeah, we'll see if they encounter anything in this game. I hope they do, but we'll have to see what happens. But again, if we have the points and we have the locations, might as well use them, right? So that's what we're going to do. So with that, I think we'll call this one and enjoy. Let's have this guy send us off into La La Land. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.